Hello, my friends. Today is May the 8th, and this is a reading for you if this is your birth date. I do psychic readings via the internet. I do psychic readings at my home in Albuquerque. I also do healing work. Check out my information below if you are interested in getting in touch with me. This is a reading for the year to follow. It's a four-card pull, a general energy card for the year, a challenge you might face this year, an action you can take to stay in balance, and an outcome card. So if your birth date is May the 8th, this is a reading for you. It might take 7 to 10 minutes, so hang in there with me. This is the general energy card of the year. It's it's calling for you to reflect upon the self. And what is the self? The self is that center of our awareness that doesn't judge us, that recognizes that all aspects of ourselves are aspects that are part of God, that are part of what is needed, that are part of right in any in different moments, and to not judge them and to not condemn them and to not abuse them and to not forget them. So this is a card that says maybe you need to take some really deep introspective time, step away if you can from getting enmeshed in something that is confounding you, and step away and really look at yourself from a wider view, from a humanitarian view, from a soul view that says, oh, I am involved in this. Can I think of this and do this in a different way? In a way that's more fitting to truth, to upper value, and not just be a reactionary force, and not just be a small force that only can see one side of things and can't bring themselves to confront the fullest part of oneself. Uh, so this is the challenge you particularly have to face this year. There's something about the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands is when you confront um, someone else who might be, harassing you or stopping you, or when you confront yourself because you can't give enough energy to something, or when you confront someone else who feels unfair in their practices, and your fire is enraged, and your voice is enraged, and your actions are enraged. But this is your challenge, to step up and say something, to step up with your fire, to step up with your anger, to step up with your sense of your truth, and call something out and demand something better and move towards something more in line with your sacred fire, more in line with your sacred energy. So but this is saying you're challenged to go there. So what is it that you're afraid of? What is it that you're not looking at within yourself? So maybe this is a good time to sit with yourself and say, what am I really afraid of? And why am I not able to step up with my passion and my fire and my truth and confront what feels like unfairness and injustice, I think, in the outside world? Maybe you're looking at your inner world and saying, why aren't you able to give, your fire to something that has meaning to you? Why do you hold it back? What is stopping you? What are the events that might have blocked you from doing this before? What are the words that someone else has thrown at you that make you judge yourself now? All those things are there for you to look at in through the self, and it's asking you, what is really important to you right now? And I think what you're going to find is important to you is this action, the wild boar. And they're confrontational. Wild boars are confrontational. They'll stand with courage. They'll face off with beings who they feel are a threat to them. They'll go after what they need, and they'll take you to task. So this is your action to take. You have to take to task what is maybe stopping you right now. You have to take to task those people and events that don't feel fair to you, that are, holding you down or holding somebody else down, or committing some kind of injustice against you or the world, or someone you love. But you have to step up like the wild boar. And, you have tusks, you have a big body, you can do a lot of powerful things with the formidable presence that you have. Not to say that you need to be violent, but to say that you need to be confrontational. And you have to take your energy of power and stand up, even if you have to do it alone. The Seven of Wands often says, I have to do this alone because nobody else is willing to step forward with me. And I have to face these beings. It's better if I have, six other people with me. But if I can't get somebody else to step forward and have the courage to confront unfairness and injustice in the world, I still got to do it myself. I still got to follow my own path. I still got to follow my own truth, and face it with courage. And I think the self is there to talk to you about finding the courage to step through your own fears and to find your own way back to yourself. This is the outcome or synopsis card. This is in a long run of looking at ourselves. This is another powerful moment of you fulfilling yourself on all levels, and not just holding an ideal but not being able to enact that ideal of justice, of love, of compassion, of truth, of body awareness, of body courage, of self-awareness, of deeper senses of honesty within yourself, and deeper senses of humanity within yourself. I think the self, ultimately says that we're all human together, and that we all are going through this puzzle, this experience of being in human form together, and that we all hold all these same things together. So that teaches us a lot about our compassion and our will and our movement forward. If we remember that we're not alone doing this, but we have to call up ourselves and become bigger than just the smallest part of ourself that says, I'm alone and I'm abandoned and I'm the only one doing this and I'm afraid for myself. But are you really afraid for your higher self, or are you afraid for your lower self? This body that says, oh, there could be danger, oh, there could be retribution, oh, there could be bounce back. Oh, well, the wild boar says, take it on, bring it on. I'm going through it. I'm going through it. I'm going for it. I'm going through it. And I'm going to stand my ground, and I'm going to confront it head on like a wild boar does. So if that's part of your nature, if that's part of your growth, you want to be clear about what you're going after and what you're saying and what you're doing. So you got to listen to your deepest parts of yourself. You got to listen to all the levels of yourself. You got to be quiet enough to not be taking your fire and pushing it out there like a wild boar. You have to be clear about your compassion. You have to be clear about your essence that you're talking about. You have to be clear about what this really means on the bigger scales, to the best of your ability. And if you still feel called to push forward with your belief systems, trust it. You'll learn something. You'll be given something, and you'll help others to see themselves and learn something and give something. So that's ultimately what everything is about, finding your way and then showing others how to do it, with courage, with grace, with beauty, with trust, with inner knowing and an outer being. Ahom and Takliasan, blessed be.